Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hi, everybody. This is Demo from Demo Tech. Thank you very much for watching this video, and you give us honor to watch our video and learn with us, to let us to share our knowledge with you. So let's go and talk about laws of UX. In this session, we are going to talk about the principles in this category. We had talked about the laws of UX, categorize them in heuristics. Here, talking about the principles. So the first one is Doherty threshold. What is that? Productivity soars when a computer and its users interact at the pace less than 400 milliseconds. That ensures that neither has to wait on the other. So it means that the actions, the whole the things should give a response less than 400 milliseconds. This person, Walter J. Doherty and Arvind J. Tadani. I didn't find the picture of that person. So we should make the responses time better and reduce the perceptions waiting. We can use progress bars to make wait time tolerable. Yeah, let the user knows that's how much how many minutes, how many hours. Should wait for that things. Use animations, use notifications. This is very important. For example, in Google, when there's no internet, you can play these interesting and lovely games. In social medias, when you like it, the one heart will show you. It has a sound, changing the icons and so on. The next law is Occam's razor. This person, William of Occam. So what does it say? It's very interesting and very lovely. Among competing hypotheses that predict equally well, the one with the fewest assumptions should be selected. It means that you have 3, 4, 5, 10 options. You should choose the one which has the fewest assumption. I don't know why, but sometimes maybe it works, yeah? Here is the example. Explains the same phenomenon. The explanation that requires the fewest assumption is usually correct, or you should prefer it's the simpler one. So the best method for reducing the complexity is to avoid it in the first place. Talking about the complexity. Analyze each element and remove as many as possible without compromising the overall function. Yeah. Consider completion only when no additional times can be removed. The first law is Pareto Principle. It has another name that is 80-20. It works in every part of the life, in financial things, and the UX, UI, accounting, and other knowledge. Yeah. So here, what does it say? For many events, roughly 80% of the consequences come from 20% of causes. 20% of causes. It's a kind of productivity hack for designers. It means that 80% of the total project depends on 20% of the effort designers put in it. 80-20 rule, Pareto Principle. So here are some examples. 20% of the input creates 80% of the results. 20% of the workers produces 80% of the result. 20% of the customers create 80% of the revenue. 20% of the bugs causes 80% of crashes for computers. 20% of features causes 80% of the usage, and so on. Yeah. The next law is Postel's law. It has another name, robustness principle. What does it say? It says that be liberal in what you accept and conservative in what you send. What does it mean? Let's go and this person, John Postel. Let's go and see that in detail. So provide flexible interface for end users and try to anticipate the most likely steps. Okay? Ensure that the end users have a complete understanding of everything related to the end entering and accessing web resources. Conduct in-depth marketing research before creating a user experience. Process a feedback and consider the needs of the end users. So that is very interesting laws. So here is some tips and tricks. Yeah. Use familiar UX patterns. I mean that respect to the user mental model, it's very important. Do not be so creative and innovation in UX. Yeah. Keep balance overloaded with creativity and non-standard elements confuse users. Pay attention. Help users, give them clues when it comes to non-obvious patterns that they don't know, so help them. Meet expectations. The user should feel complete control over your site. Let users' expectations come true and they will trust the sites and probably come back again. Do not deny user experience. Keep in mind the past user experience. Focus on it and use it. It's better than creating something new just because you want to be different. That's very important, yeah? So pay attention to Hicks' law and Jacob's law also. We have talked about it in previous videos. You can find it in the playlist, in the descriptions, you can find the links. So how can we use this law? Reduce the number of choices. Here you can see the picture. When response time is critical to increase decision time, remember that the less you give a user, the less options you give a user, the more likely he performs an action. Don't give him 10, for example, options in one bottom sheet, in one, I don't know, modals or something else. The other thing, break down complex and long process into smaller steps. So make it step by step, yeah? Categorize them, put it in a group, and then next, the user will do it and have a better experience. Use highlighting to help users to avoid overloading and make choice quicker. Yeah? Highlighting, for example, which one is better for you, which one is suitable for you, you can go on through it. The next law is Tesler's law, or law of conservation of complexity. So that is very important, but it's very, very important. Pay attention to that. For any system, there is a certain amount of complexity which cannot be reduced. You cannot reduce the complexity of that system. Each application has a certain degree of complexity that either the developer or the users has to deal with it. So some people tries to make the one application, one product so simple, but it is impossible. It has a level. You cannot make it easier than one level. You should stop in one step. Do not do that. Larry Tesler says that. So here are tips and tricks. Remove the main burden on users at the stage of development and design of the system. Don't oversimplify. It's impossible to make a product without a single complexity. But by simplifying the system, you make it more difficult to work on it. If you save 5% of the complexity of the application for the user, but add 50% of the complexity for its development, is it worth it? Development is important also. Balance the difficulty. Carefully decide how much to transfer complexity from users to developers and vice versa. And before you want to simplify the process, analyze whether such a function is required at all. Yeah, that's very important. So, for example, in Photoshop, you can see that is very, very complex in the first view. You will be afraid of that. But they cannot make it so easier. The level of complexity is here. And you should go and make your mental model and learn step by step. Thank you very much. That was very interesting. That was very great for us. That's a great honor for me, that you see this video, like and give us a comment. I appreciate the opportunity to share this information with you. This is Demo. Till next session. Bye-bye.